Hi, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I am sharing 20 home improvement tips and hacks. Let's talk about it. When you don't have power supply and you can iron your clothes using hot water, boil some water and pour it into a pressure cooker. Do not boil the water directly on the pressure cooker because we don't know the bottom surface temperature and it may damage the fabric. Cover the pressure cooker with gasket and its weight. Closing the lid helps to lock the temperature and also prevents the water spilling on the cloth. Also keep a pot stand near you to rest the pressure cooker. Try it on cotton fabrics and check it before using it on synthetic fabric. Because there is no temperature control to protect the fabric, also don't use it on white clothes. The stain or dirt from the pressure cooker's bottom may be transferred to the cloth. We all use pest repellent in the kitchen and home to prevent the entry of pests or insects into the kitchen, but they are difficult to clean when it is applied directly on the walls and racks. Sometimes we forget where we applied it also. Instead of using these type of pest repellent directly on the cupboards and walls, save this type of small caps to keep the pest repellent. And after use, you can take it and dispose it without any mess. If you don't have these type of caps, use aluminum foil. Fold the foil into a small cup shape and use it. Here is the best way to clean up broken glass. Pick up the large pieces and use a wet cloth or tissue to clear the tiny pieces. To clean the candle holder or the cup, pour hot water into it and let it sit for a couple of minutes. Hot water helps to melt hardened wax. It floats on top when it melts. Don't wait till the water reaches normal temperature. It will be difficult to clean. Pour hot water and wait for a couple of minutes and dispose the water once you see all the wax is melted and floating on top. The glass may be hot. Use a cloth to hold the glass and wipe the glass with a cloth or tissue paper. And now you can repurpose it as a tea light holder or a planter to add green vibes to your home. We use scissors to cut and open these types of knots in the grocery bags, and you cannot repurpose it after that. Instead of using scissors to open it, twist the ends really well and push it towards the center knot and it opens without much effort, and now the bags can be repurposed. Storing these kind of open candles in the washroom is difficult, particularly if you don't have storage facilities. When not in use, water may splash on it and damages its wick. To protect it, use this type of containers to store the candles. In addition to that, you can store the match boxes along with it. Now you don't need to worry if the water splashes on it. Over a period of time, these type of silicone watch straps accumulates dirt and dust on it. To clean the straps, take some nail enamel remover into a cotton pad and wipe the straps. It cleans the dirt well and gives a new look to the watch. Check before using it on colored straps. This may fade its color. Also, don't try it on leather or other metal straps. We usually clean the vegetable grater and peeler as usual like other kitchen utensils with scrubber. But grater and peeler accumulates dirt on the grooves and corners which cannot be cleaned properly with scrub pads. Instead, keep a small brush near the sink area, and when you are cleaning these type of tools, use it with dish liquid and it can clean all these tiny grooves well. It also protects your hands getting hurt from the sharp edges. When we see there is an empty ghee or oil container, we feel so joyful like that we bought a new container to the kitchen. The fact is, it will be there on the same place for days and end up disposing it because of the cleaning work it requires. Most of us find difficult to clean since it needs some extra work to remove greasiness. Here is the hack to clear it out without much effort. If the oil or ghee is solidified, add some warm water, otherwise normal water works well with this method. Add baking soda and dish liquid, shake it well. Within 2 washes, the greasy oil disappears and the container is ready to reuse. Scented candles create a relaxing atmosphere in your home. To extend the life of these candles, trim its wick when it is too long. Purpose of scented candle is to spread the fragrance, and there is no point in having long wick. Too long wick creates more flame which melts the wax faster than normal. Use a nail clipper to chop it off. Trim it diagonally so it doesn't affect the rate of flame and temperature required for melting the wax to spread the fragrance. When the wick is short, slow and steady flame results in slower melting, thus leads to long lasting. Mirrors also collects dust and over a period of time it becomes dull. Yes, they also need frequent cleaning. They are easy enough to wipe down, but it's the streaks left behind are most annoying. Spray some water on a sheet of newspaper and wipe the mirror with the damp newspaper. After that, wipe it with a dry newspaper. Here is the sparkly clean mirror without chemicals and streaks. Clearing the dry dust from the floor after sweeping is one thing we all hate because it takes time to clear it out and there will be something remaining on the floor even after cleaning. Spray some water on a newspaper and wipe the dust with that, and within no time you can spotlessly clean the surface. Cookies and namkeens, with time it absorbs moisture from atmosphere and loses its freshness. To keep the cookies and namkeens fresh, add some rice on bottom of the container and layer it with tissue paper and then store the items. Rice absorbs excess moisture and keeps it fresh for long. Most of the store-bought jam and pickle jars come with this metal lids and it starts to rust over a period of time. To remove rust from metal caps, adding some baking soda and vinegar on top of rust and letting it to sit for a couple of minutes. This method didn't work well as the rust is quite intense. So using another method, using potato with dish liquid and scrubbing over the rust and allowing it to sit for a while. Giving some scrubbing and washing with water. Rust is not fully removed but better than before. This method can be used on less intense rust, and the magic comes finally. Adding dish liquid into a piece of lemon and scrubbing it over the surface and keeping it for some time. Lemon removes the rust like a magic remover. Finally, applying some oil to protect it from further rusting. These type of occasionally used spices tend to be on pantry or on the spice rack for a long time without noticing it. While cleaning the pantry or spice rack, we see these products and we don't know any details about it, especially when it is stored on bottle from its original packing. To avoid this, cut and paste the product detail label with double-sided tape. You can write the details on the tape, otherwise use transparent tape to stick the details on it. Each day after shutting the kitchen, we all clean the scrub pads with running water and keep it to air dry. Fact is, running water cannot clean the scrub pads effectively. There will be a lot lying inside. Food particles stuck inside leads to the growth of microbes. Instead, take a bowl and dip the scrub pads into it and squeeze it full. Do it couple of times to clean the scrub pads really well and keep it air dry. Fly nets accumulates lots of dust in it and we find difficult to clean it, especially on grilled windows. This significantly affects fresh air flow into the home. To clean it, dip a cloth or sponge into water and then begin wiping the net. A wet cloth takes out all the dust from the net without much effort. Sometimes it is difficult to open these type of metal caps. In this situation, use some hot water on a bowl and immerse the bottle cap into it. After a couple of minutes, wipe the cap and twist it to open. When we keep the metal cap in hot water, the metal lid expands and thus makes it easier for us to open it. Always find hard to perfectly peel boiled egg. Here is the hack. For hard boiled egg, boil it for 4 to 5 minutes and after that immediately transfer it to cold water. Wait for 2 to 3 minutes and peel it now. Sudden temperature difference creates a vacuum in between the shell and inner thin layer. This helps to peel the egg perfectly. To keep the curry leaves fresh for long, don't remove it from the stem. This one is a week-old curry leaves. Keeping it with its stem helps to maintain its freshness for long. Layer it with tissue paper and store it in an airtight container in the fridge. That's all about today's video. If you like the content, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. See you on next video.